Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. The Australian dollar exhibited much difficulty in taking the challenge back towards the top side of the range, seen at 66 cents, and from there posted a long-legged doji. This in turn means indecisiveness. Therefore, the market is now looking for direction, and with the technicals remaining weak, is weighing on the bearish outlook that could see a move back towards 65.45, and with the base holding around 64.5. Looking ahead to this week, the economic calendar is rather light. However, the focus will be on the US and China's inflationary data, or the CPI, which could again ignite much volatility. As I mentioned, the market has pretty much been weighing to the bearish case and may continue on if this is somewhat in a pattern that could drop and look towards that bottom side, as I mentioned, at 64.5. Looking at the euro, the market did attempt to take a challenge to the top side, but hit the brakes rather sharply, and from that the technicals still remain weak. The US dollar has relatively held stable since last Friday's non-farm payrolls, although the number was somewhat weak after adding 187,000 jobs in July, missing the market forecast of 205. Still, the June release came in, or more to the fact, revised down from 209,000 to 185,000, with the unemployment rate slightly lower from 3.6 to 3.5%. From the numbers, traders are expecting that the US Fed may keep rates on hold at the next meeting in September. After last month, the US Central Bank raised its benchmark federal fund rates by 25 basis points to 5.25 to 5.5, and also in the statement signaled a wait-and-see approach for any further tightenings. With all eyes on the US CPI data, will determine how the market will move, and along with that, with the technicals remaining weak, may see the euro drop away from the 110.5 level and still remain focused on that downside call, which is somewhere around 107.75 to 95. The dollar yen market was waiting for the confirmation to this outside range day, which was at 141.65. After a couple of challenges there, the market has rebounded, so didn't get the confirmation and therefore put in track a slightly bullish case for today and looking up towards 143.30. Now a break above there would give further scope up towards 145 as a potential objective. However, still look at the current pattern from the way the market is holding here, a little bit of divergence, and a weak MACD may see some disappointment at 143.30 and eventually see a pullback and look back towards the bottom side of the range around 140. Sterling, the market is still taking the challenge higher since Friday's rebound, but struggling towards its key level, which is somewhere around 120. And if we see a break there, would give further scope to the upside and reinstate the bullish case on towards 130. Keep an eye on this pattern as the technicals are slightly in a positive or put in a place where the bulls may actually come in greater numbers and break this level. So a New York close above 128, figure 20 would see a rise up to 130. Failing that, the pullback, it still looks towards a region of 126.5. The bearish case still remains for gold after much disappointment from the bullish outside range. They failed to continue on and therefore looks still towards that key level of 1,915 to 25. In light of the pattern remaining weak, I do see the view as a bearish case and therefore look towards its bottom side and reassessing from 1,915. It would seem profit takings coming back into oil as it approached the top side of the range, somewhere around 83.5. If we see this pattern continuing, then we should see a pullback somewhere towards the region of $78 a barrel and reassess. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, look out for the Insta report and hope you enjoy the rest of the day.